Hello, I am standing in this entry window in our new building. The idea is that when you walk into the building, somebody will be here with a smiling face to greet you, to remind us all that this synagogue is a warm and welcoming place where you should come in and feel embraced and feel a real sense of care. And how perfect then that I'm speaking to you on this day, on July 4th, our Independence Day. This day is a reminder that everybody in this great country of ours matters and everybody counts. Summer is here as well, and with it vacations and plans for our Shabbat on the beach, which will take place on July 13th and August 10th. Make plans to join us, bring a picnic, bring your friends, stay for the fireworks afterwards. We'll be at Oakland Beach on those two dates with services beginning at 6:30 p.m. As today is Independence Day, July 4th, I think of leadership. Leaders who, inspired by Moses' bravery to go to King George III of England and essentially say what Moses did, let my people go. They said the inspiring words in our Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The essence of this, criticized as it might be, is that there is equality under the law, that there is liberty, that there is opportunity, and that this great country would, as Lincoln said, always allow us to aspire to our higher angels. What type of leader does one need to be able to effectively rule over a country? In this week's Torah portion, Pinchas, Moses is reminded by God that he's not going to enter into the promised land. And so Moses says to God, appoint a leader who will be patient with each and every one according to their uniqueness. In other words, someone who will understand and who will respect differences between people rather than someone who is a zealot. This, of course, is in contrast to the man we met at the end of last week's Torah portion and the person we meet at the beginning of this week's Parshat, for whom the Torah portion is named, Pinchas. Pinchas was the grandson of the high priest Aaron, and he killed an Israelite man and a Midianite woman whom he found fornicating with one another. Now, while the Torah seems to reward him with what is called a covenant of peace, commentators throughout the ages have always been quite ambivalent about who he was. In fact, it was the Kotzker Rebbe, the great Hasidic teacher, Menachem Mendel of Kotsk, who said, when Moses saw how great Pinchas was, he was afraid that he would be chosen as the leader, but he was not pleased with the prospect of having such a zealot as the leader of the Jewish people. He therefore asked God to appoint a leader who is tolerant and not zealous. In other words, a successor who understands and respects differences between people rather than Pinchas, who found sinners and killed them, whose goal was to divide and to separate, to see the world as us and them, as opposed to Joshua, who was really one who tried to unite. And how perfect then that we're thinking of this week's Torah portion and of many leaders of our country whom history has come to judge, those leaders who tried to bring us together as a nation to help us truly form the United States of America. Wishing you an early Shabbat Shalom, and also, friends, just to know that we'll be off the air for the next couple of weeks as Jeff, our wonderful videographer and film editor, will be away on vacation. Wishing you again a happy Independence Day and an early Shabbat Shalom.